Good afternoon everyone, my name is Maybini Ilyakuna. This highlight I have learned from the module 10 to 12. Family treatment. Family is to be a social system. Its members are related to each other in the pattern ways which can be observed and understood. And in troubled families is still observed that such a patterns of relationship are maintained at the experience of the word and development of the individual. Like for the case of Bibilita, Bibilita is 16 was born of her mother of the original the court for failure to give her mother due respect to submit to her. Previous to this, it's a descent. Bibilita was described as rebellious and vigilant in the family and school. She's involved several times with her boyfriend who's much older than her. So, the knowledge is, the social work must process sound knowledge about the family structures, dynamics, functioning family, relationship, and interactions. She must be knowledgeable about the development it needs as well parental awareness as to the facility that needs the child being a Chris has to be a sense and the family context. So skills is a social work is a practice any area or field. Main skills is expected of the social work to be skillful and confident in the communicating, interviewing, collaborating, and educating. The social work is must learn to work directly with the children using different means of communication and interpretation and engage fully with the children. So, values, it means the social work, the most balanced, needs to find the mix of both the parents and children. Judgments about families must be based on independence, fact, and not on the personal produce the reference or impressions of knowledge. Values and skills are frequencies to becoming confident in working with the families and the coming in the of the social work creates a certain response among its members. Each member then to calculate how they would adjust their responses toward and the social work. As each member that set his or own preference as to how to cope with the problem, here the natural tendency to seek the support of the of work for one's own position. So the role of social work will becomes more complex as she's attempt to establish a caring understanding a relationship with the family's members. So she's a question to family members to gain information that will conform with her such a right about what is wrong in the family. Each member adapts not only to the problem but each other's adaptation to problem. The interview may reveal the mother of Sol, the Bibilita, very time she's fight with her about the supposed home choose or Bibilita. On the other hand, becomes the object of displeasement of a mother resulting to her fighting back and fighting souls outside the house. For this module 11, crisis and definition, so crisis is the description of state or breakdown and the person or family's normal functioning. Crisis can be judged from a continue of failed to serve. The Chinese word of crisis consists of two characters and one a meaning dunder or one character's mean opportunity. Crisis and definitions is the process of assessing an individual cope with the impact of disruptive stressful events so that he can regain a normal or above. Normal functioning sessions can last from a 1 day to their months, depending on the ability of the client to regroup. Several assumptions is offered with this model. So, the crisis is marked with a significant turning point which is described as a point of non-return. This point requires coping skills for addicts to the point not the return usually that happens when they crushes the paddle. Everything seems to be a dark and hopeless. As the crisis situations demand that the client master effective, the connective, the behavioral task, new balance state result after 4 to 6 weeks. These are characteristic by the mental state and the social functioning that may be the same as a better than or worse the precise level. So for the family lifestyle, this is the value communication style and the rule networks. Values determine the use of time, money, status of functional networks. So, Mrs. Consider important are transmit and receive equally well and approach to brief the family disturbed in decreased interpretation. The receive the equally well and approach to brief the family crisis clarified. In crisis interventions, family is considered as the client and the person asking help as the representative of this client. You can use a technique such as scope-splitting, psychological drama modeling, and anticipatory guidance. Guides imagery and the video tab playback in your treatment activities. You should exert effort in involving the family member in every stage. Follow up the sessions should exert effort in involving the family members. Every stage sub-sessions can serve to enforce new posts and crisis. Need to response a pattern. So this approach is a plan wholly descriptive goal-oriented, selective risk-taking, often assuming a problem-solving stance. So means behavior therapy is the scientific application of the techniques to change a behavior that are based on the theories of learning. The techniques is like a conditioning and reinforcement, extensions and rewards are used to help the individual change maladaptive behaviors. So these are the basic techniques, and the more elaborated therapist issues combine this principle to achieve their specs is the one of the social learning theory. So the social learning theory is the accidental to the consequence behavior, the ones of the control that maintain the problem behavior. So the target behaviors can be positive or negative and involve the consequence. So the client is like for the Risa or find the mother, Mr. Margera Calveria, maybe so man that she's ignored to Risa complaints. So this one to call negative enforcement, which is sessions of the behavior. So with the desired behavior components is the selected and the elected. The outlet of the general approach is the behavior therapy is a process is based primarily of the social learning paradigm. Thank you.